Hey, what is up, guys? Flexecute here. I am on my Warrior muscle on Crom Crush, obviously Horde. A lot of you guys have been asking me for a gear update video, so I will try to keep this pretty short and sweet here. I'll highlight a couple of my different specs, because I've been doing Death Wish Fury, just regular dual wield. I've also been raiding as arms, two-handed arms, both mace and axe. And I've also been messing around with the dual wield arms, like the kebab spec, which is pretty fun. Honestly, it's just really cool to just switch it up. So we'll get started right into it. So I only have a T4 helm. I don't actually have the the shoulders or chest yet. Not yet. Been pretty unlucky, but we'll get there. So yeah, just regular T4 warrior helm, 12 agility, 3% crit damage, crit strike gem for the bonus. I have the badge neck, so choker of vile intent, the agility, hit rating, attack power. I also have the pendant of triumph, the mithril chain, and then moving on to here, I've got the rage steel shoulders and rage steel breastplate 2-piece bonus. Again, just a regular shoulder enchant on it, double crit gem. I've got the vengeance wrap with a 4 crit 4 hit. Right now, it's better to gem for crit rating rather than just pure strength. You'll do more overall DPS. So that's why you're just going like double crit or getting that crit gem by itself. And then anytime you have like a red, you would just go the orange gem for the crit hit. Or sorry, crit and strength. Then we have our Rage Steel breastplate. Again, just waiting until I get my T4. And then coming down, I've got pretty lucky with my girls' layer loot so far. I've got my Bladespire warbands, and again, here I actually, going against what I just said, this was like one of the first pieces I got, and I actually put a Bold Living Ruby in it, but I didn't want to reset that, and then I have another epic gem here for the 5 crit and 6 stamina, which is what you would want to put in your blue. But this is also really expensive, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to spend another like 50 gold to get a inscribed, so I just left it. Going on to my weapons, I've got Dragon Maw, and I have a Spite Blade. Oddly enough, like I would have the Fell Iron Axe, but I was pretty lucky, and I got the Spite Blade literally the run that I was going to make the axe on. But I'll show you the axe anyways, because for Orc, the Fell Edge Battle Axe is amazing. So yeah, if I didn't get the Spite Blade that run, I would have just crafted this, because you get the expertise from the Orc racial, but I just didn't think it was worth it after that, so all good. And I have Mongoose on both. And then I've got a couple different options here. Now, right now I'm just running the Stiletto, the Xavian Stiletto from Ilhoof, but I also have the bow from Prince. I've got the Marksman bow from Thrallmar Exalted. I've got Mama's Insurance as well, which is also amazing for green. And then I've got the Steelhawk crossbow and Mark V's Throwing Star, more of a protection one. But depending on your hit rating, right? So for raiding in a 25-man, you only need 6%. So when I do my 25-man raid, I usually try to drop down to closer to 6 and get more attack power and more crit strike. With that being said, I don't have a bunch of gear to swap to. Mostly it's just this. Now, depending on sims, I could use this because it gives me a little bit more crit and more attack power. So for the 25-mans, I normally run, yeah, this is my normal setup for 25-man, which you can see, if I get rid of these, about 30% crit unbuffed, right? Now, gloves, I've got the Gauntlets of Martial Perfection, and again, like for the blue socket, you put a jagged talcite in there for the crit and stamina. You could do strength, but again, crit is just better. Crit is MVP, phase 1. For the set bonus, got the Girdle of Treachery. I don't actually have the Mag's belt yet. We haven't seen it, but again, just inscribed gems in there. I've got the Midnight Legs, right, just regular. Again, inscribed, and then a jagged. And then I've got the Iron Striders of Urgency from Nightbane. And again, just crit, strength, and crit. I've been very lucky I got the Ring of 1,000 Marks. This will be amazing even into Phase 2, Phase 3. And then right now I am using the Shapeshifter Signet. Again, just for the expertise. Now, if you guys are watching my stream, you know how hype that was when I won the DST. It was just an open roll because it was like a half pug, and I think I won the roll out of like 9 or 10 people, including myself. So yeah, we got the first DST, which was amazing. Thank you, RNGesus. And for our second trinket, we've got Bloodlust Brooch currently. I don't have Badge of the Swarm Guard. Yeah, unlucky, man. I ran it every week in Classic, and then I started doing GDKPs, and then I didn't end up buying one. I just made a bunch of money off them instead, but dude, I really want a badge. If I had it, I'd be using Badge of the Swarm Guard plus DST. For any sort of like cleave fights, man, it is king. But outside of that, dude, I do have the Hourglass. I have the Abacus as well, the Haste Trinket in the bank. But yeah, so this is my dual wield set right here. So again, you can see unbuffed attack power, 1636. You want 6% hit because when you have that boomkin that gives improved fairy fire, you get that extra 3% hit, which will get you to 9%. If you don't have that, you do want to get 9%. 9% hit, and then yeah, so crit and expertise. Now for my two-handed set, right now I do have a Gore Howl. If you're going like full try hard, man, like you would want to get the Lionheart sword, but I've been doing PvP, so I have a Deep Thunder, but I might actually craft the sword as well and just switch around, but I haven't yet. But yeah, so for two-hand, again, like right now, I'm set up for non-25-man raid, so I have 9% hit. I've got my expertise from my axe. But again, my gear's kind of the same. I don't really have anything to switch out. Again, if I wanted to, I could play around with different ring choices, but I have the Band of Unnatural Forces, which is pretty amazing, considering that is a Nax ring, and it's still pretty damn good, man. 52 attack power, 10 hit, and 14 crit. Ideally, though, you would want, from Karazhan, pull it up here, you would want the Mithril Band of the Unscarred. That ring is amazing, but it hasn't dropped yet. So, that's my current setup. It's honestly not really worth the expertise ring to put in here. That's why you just run double DPS rings and you have 5% expertise from your Orc Racial. But again, if I had the the Mag's Lair belt here, and then ideally I would have T4 shoulders and T4 helm as well, and then Skulker's Greaves, but those have not dropped for me yet. But this right here is my two-hand PvE setup, and I am currently my talents are two-hand PvE at the moment. So your regular 33, 28 with axe, which is why my crit is higher here. And then for dual wield, Mortal Strike, man, there's a couple things you could do. So to fuck around with the axe spec, you would run both axes, right? And then for the dual wield, you would put 3 points into improved disciplines, so you have a 21-second recklessness. So basically, for the dual wield kebab spec, the Mortal Strike and dual wield Ultra Chad, you have a 21-second recklessness, so it is amazing when you're just zugging down a boss, and you'll have a really good parse because you basically have wreck for the whole fight, right? Like when you're just melting it. Instead of the 5 points here, you would have a couple extra points to play around with where you obviously don't take slam, so you could put a couple points into dual wield, you could put a couple into improved execute. Probably dual wield would be your best bet. But yeah, and then I've also tried this with swords where I ran, what did I run? I ran Spite Blade and, yeah, Vindicators. So when I did that, I think I was like number 2 warrior on the server, and it was pretty meme. Like, it wasn't a parse run or like a parse group or anything like that. Like, I only had 1 paladin buff. I don't even think I had a feral druid in my group for the Kara, and it was still like pretty nutty damage, just being able to like cleave super hard. And you would have the sword spec, which actually was pretty funny, man. Your screen would just blow up with numbers randomly. Now you could, so here's the other thing is, I have a lot of arena points. I haven't really committed to it, but I could buy, again, I'll try to keep this pretty short. I don't want to make this go too long. But for weapons, if I wanted to go like really ham, I could buy either like a Season 1 PvP sword, like I have the points for it, either the slow, they're both just one hand, they're not main hand only. You could get one of those. You could also get the Gladiator's Cleaver or the Gladiator's Pummeler, depending on if you wanted to run mace spec, axes, or swords. I've seen all of them do pretty well actually, and there's more and more light coming into the dual wield Mortal Strike build, and I called that, dude. I called that a long time ago. And while we're here, we'll look at my PvP gear. So, there we go. Sorry, my mic just turned off. Right now I've got the 2-piece just honor gear for the Resil, and then I've got the honor trinket, I've got the honor cloak, I've got just 3-piece right now for the PvP Season 1, and again I have like 3k arena points, so I could buy the helmet right now and shoulders soon because you just need 2k rating. So next week I could, and then I also have the regular honor bracers with a honor gem in there, obviously Deep Thunder. I'm just rocking a mongoose on there. If I wanted to go pure sweaty, I'd put a savagery on there for the PvP, but at the time I was using it for both PvP and PvE, and I think I was like the number 2 Deep Thunder warrior on the server, so I got a mongoose on there like immediately, just to have fun with it. Right now I am running the stiletto. You do want to get above 5% hit, and depending on if you're against like an improved fairy fire or insect swarm druid, you need a little bit more hit just so you can actually still hit. It doesn't really matter. Obviously PvP trinket, bloodlust brooch. Again, man, if I had a badge, I would probably rock that for arena. Band of the Exorcist, obviously, and Ring of 1,000 Marks, because it gives you a shitload of hit. And then you have General's Plate Greaves. Again, you just honor with Sure-Footed on that, because it's a root resist, and it gives you the hit rating. And pair that with the meta gem. You have the 20 attack power with the minor speed, so you have minor speed. And then we have our legs, right? Really good legs with the 50 attack power, 12 crit. Just a regular honor belt, and then of course your Gladiator's Plate gauntlets with the nice little improved hamstring with the reduced cost. That's pretty nice. And then if we look at my tanking gear, because I do a lot of tanking as well for the guild, whether it be Kara 25 mans. I think I was her main tank for our first 25 mans of the expansion. So here I like to just go like full threat mode, man. I really like to pump the threat so everyone can go really ham. So Dragon Maw for that, because with Devastate it goes off weapon damage, so you can pump pretty hard, and then obviously getting haste is really nice. I've got the Nightbane shield, again stiletto, and then here I actually do, or I can run DST and Bloodlust Brooch, because here I've got 434 defense, which reduces your chance for crit by 3.36, and then with the resilience that puts you over 5, which is all you need, right? So this is like a pretty aggressive tanking set. So T4 gloves for tanking, General's Plate belt, Dynasty Greaves. These are amazing stats on there. Battlescar boots, right? Really good. Again, just 12 stam on both. And you could be more aggressive too. Like if you really don't need that stamina, you could put in like crit rating, you could put agility, you could put strength, you could really whatever you want, man, if you want to go like full Zug mode. I have one defensive ring just to kind of keep this a little high. And then again, Exorcist ring, because it gives you a lot of stats, good stamina, hit rating, crit rating, resil, attack power. So pretty offensive trinkets here. But if I was to sub one out, I'd probably put in the Stylines or Drake Fang Talisman. It's still really good, man. Hit rating, attack power, and dodge. You can also run the crit here. And I have a block trinket in the bank. I've got the badge trinket, and I've got the dodge trinket from Moros. So both are good, but I personally just love the threat. And then, yeah, Gladiator's Bracers as well for like stamina, crit, strength, resil, everything. PvP chest. And again, I just have it gemmed for PvP. Just crit strike, strength. And then I've got the Drape of the Dark Reavers from Shade. And again, just for like the hit rating, because I need to hit... you want to be 5%, but again, this is like a 25-man tank set. Otherwise, I could just put on Drake Fang and then get my 5%. But again, improve Fairy Fire for the win. And then I've got Spalders of Dementia, which are actually really cool looking. I love these. And again, obviously I haven't got T4 shoulders. And then, yeah, I use my same DPS deck, but I also have the Necklace of the Juggernaut, the Badge Neck, which is pretty strong. And then here we've got the Eternium Great Helm with the 16 defense and 17 dodge rating with full stam. But again, you could make it a little more aggressive if you wanted to. Depending on like how you min-max your gear, you could you could spice it up. And when I do go tank, I run the Impale Prot. So 5 points here, 3 here. You can kind of mess around with these points, but you normally go improve Thunderclap, Anger Management, 3 points into Deep Wounds, 2 points into Impale. So 17 points into your arms tree. You go 3 points into crit, and then the rest into protection, which will bring you all the way down to Devastate. And for Fury, I normally just run the 20 point Death Wish build. So again, you just go all the way down, all the way down, you pick up 1 point into Death Wish, and then the rest into Fury, where you still get your 5 out of 5 improved Berserker stance, but you do not take Rampage. You do not take hit, you just go, you just go Bloodthirst, and 1 point into Whirlwind, and then the rest in here. And then you just pump as a Fury, man. But yeah, so that'll do it for my gear update video. As you guys know, I stream on Twitch TV, flexcute_TV. I stream every single Tuesday and Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then we do like an odd stream either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. Kind of depends on the wifey's schedule, but we usually hit up some arenas. We do 25-mans, we do heroics, we do BGs, and we just mess around. We have a good time. So come on by, check it out. I will put the link in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will put another little like clip dump pretty soon. I have a whole bunch of stuff, a bunch of pretty funny arena clips, a bunch of BVP, hilarious raid memes and stuff, but I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the gear update video. If you have any questions or anything you would like to see, just drop a comment and I will I'll mess around with it for the boys, all right? But yeah, I will see you guys around. Come check me out on Twitch.